Welcome back. Now, imagine living with an invisible disease that few understand for the rest of your life. 1 minute you are okay, the next you are in unbearable pain. This is the situation for Raymond Shume from Kilifi County and thousands of others born with sickle cell disease. They are condemned to a life of hospital visits and medication from birth. Well, scientists in Kilifi have taken up the burden to debunk myths surrounding the disease and sensitize the community on the need to test before choosing a partner to help curb the rising cases of children born with the genetic blood disorder. As Emily Chebet reports, the burden of the disease remains high owing to the cost of treating and taking care of young sickle cell warriors.
It is at Ngerenya village in Kilifi North Sub-County where we meet 24-year-old Raymond Shume, a graphic designer who was diagnosed with sickle cell disease during his primary school days. Shume was born without the symptoms, but while playing with his friends in primary school, an injury revealed an underlying medical condition that will forever change his life.
Someone akanipush mara ya kwanza, then nikaendelea kucheza, then akanipush tena mara ya pili. So after hapo nikaanza hiyo joint kudislocate. So nilipoenda usi kapimwa zaidi, nikajulikana kwa chanzo ya hiyo kuanguka is about the sickle cell, ambayo ndio ilichangia ndo maana kawa hivyo.
Shume is the fourth born in a family of 6. His late elder sister also had the same condition.
Zile condition unatoa kwa wazazi, so huwezi ambukizwa kama mafua ama COVID.
According to Dr. Sophie Uyoga, a scientist at the Kenya Medical Research Institute, parents with sickle cell traits, which they also acquired through their parents, have a higher chance of transferring those traits to their children.
Mamangu alipasi, then akaolewa bibi mwingine ambaye alizaa watoto wawili. Hao wako sawa, lakini sasa sisi 6 ndo wawili ndo walikuwa na hiyo ugonjwa sickle cell, ambao ni mimi na sister yangu mkubwa wangu.
Mzee ako na chembe nzuri na ile ya trait, wewe uko na chembe nzuri na ile ya sickle. Mtoto anaweza kutoka na chembe zote nzuri, maana yake amepata nzuri kutoka kwako na nzuri kutoka kwa mzee, ama 50% kwamba atoke na sickle cell trait. Achukue nzuri kutoka kwako, mbaya kutoka kwa mzee, ama mbaya kutoka kwa mzazi mmoja pia na ile mbaya, mzazi mmoja pia na ile nzuri. Alafu tuko na 25% chance, asili 25 kwamba mtoto atatoka na sickle cell disease.
Dr. Uyoga challenges myths that different communities have on chances of getting children with sickle cell disease and goes on to dismiss the rumors about witchcraft or adultery in a marriage as a cause.
First born yuko sawa, but the second born akona sickle cell, lakini ile sio ile strong sana. So nikaambiwa kwamba my third born atakuwa na sickle cell, but my fourth born atakuwa hana. So ikafanya nikapiga break.
Tumekuwa na zile kasumba kwamba sickle cell labda ni laana, sickle cell labda ni mama amefanya uzinifu, ama ni dhambi fulani ya community.
Si kweli hivyo kwamba lazima
tuwafuatane.
Mimba ya
ni chance
moja na mimba nyingine.
Maana utapata familia zingine amezaa sickle cell trait akaja kazaa sickle cell disease, akapata mwingine wa sickle. Sasa wewe ndio tafuta normal, kumbe bahati yako ni wale wa sickle cell disease. Inategemea na bahati yako, si ndio? Depending on urithi wako wewe na urithi wa mzee. So si kweli vile alisema. Maana kuna wengine amezaa kwa familia nyingine utakuta watatu wako nao mmoja hana.
Sickle cell disorder affects red blood cells which transport oxygen from the lungs to the rest of the body. Red blood cells are normally round and flexible so that they can travel freely through the narrow blood vessels, but with sickle cell disease, red blood cells become hard and sticky and look like a C-shaped farming tool called a sickle. The sickle cells die early, which causes a constant shortage of red blood cells. Also, when they travel through small blood vessels, they get stuck and clog the blood flow. This can cause pain and other serious complications such as infection, acute chest syndrome, and stroke. Lack of adequate data and information on the disease has led to further spread.
By the time we started research in this community, there was little knowledge about what sickle cell disease is. Very few people were surviving beyond the age of 5, and we're now seeing children who have been to the clinic over the years now in their teenage, and some are even adults. So the population of survivors is growing.
After we started engaging with them, they came up with the idea of we have scientists, local scientists, international scientists. There's an enrichment of skills and know-how at the center. Why can we not share this with community members? And so we started this. So they recommended, why don't you start mentoring our children in terms of science subjects in Kilifi County?
According to a report by the Institute, sickle cell disease is the most common severe monogenic disorder in humans. In Africa, 50 to 90% of children born with sickle cell disease die before they reach their 5th birthday. Shume is one of many who are living with this condition, but through motivation and support from the community and family, he has gathered the strength to share his experience in a book that enlightens the community on the sickle cell disease. Here he is known as Baraka the Dreamer, one who chose to overlook the challenges and contribute in building the nation.
Nang'ang'ana, yani naweza keti hapa hivi, hakuna wateja, washinda hivi. Sasa moyo wafamu, lakini sasa marafiki wasema usife moyo, wewe nenda kazi ufungue. Ufungue. Baada hapo wiki na kisonga uta catch up. So mpaka sasa hii watu wame catch up, wamezoea, wanakuja, wacha twende kupige photocopy kwa Baraka, kaingize movie kwa Baraka. So
eradicating the disease may be difficult because it is genetic, but clear understanding of the condition is key.
Eradication is a process, and that's why educating the community is important, because they need to understand that it's a genetic condition. You inherit it from the parents. So the affected families now know that they need to go for genetic counseling and testing before marriage. So that already reduces the chances of the affected families having another generation of children who are affected.
Bone marrow transplant is the only cure known for the disease. Transplants are complex and risky procedures and are not readily available in public hospitals in the country. More than 10,000 children are born with sickle cell disease in Kenya every year. Parents with these children have been engaging in myths of how the disease is acquired and also how to maintain it or treat it. But scientists are now back to the community to engage these and sensitize the parents on how to manage it. Emily Chebet, Citizen TV, in Gerenya Village, Kilifi North.